What's your name?
Lily. You?
Ryle.
Blake Lively just sued her haters, literally. And now, the people she tried to silence are dragging her right back into court. Leaked deposition details, tabloid setups, and a legal fight over who controls the narrative, the press, or the PR queen herself. Because when America's blonde sweetheart picks up a subpoena, you know this isn't just personal. It's PR warfare. Blake Lively's legal war with It Ends With Us co-star and director Justin Baldoni was already explosive. A sexual harassment lawsuit and a countersuit settles. But now, things just got nastier. Blake accuses his team of leaking deposition-level details, including her outfit and entourage, to TMZ. Baldoni's claim, free speech and defamation, counters to her narrative. This isn't just Hollywood drama, it's about how power can silence critics, how PR firms shape stories, and how legal filings become gossip fodder. Let's get into it. Blake filed a legal complaint in December 2024 to the California Civil Rights Department, accusing Justin Baldoni and Wayfarer Studios of sexual harassment, retaliation, and a hostile work environment during filming of It Ends With Us. She alleged he made inappropriate advances, discussed porn habits, and invaded her space, even showing a video of his wife giving birth in the trailer. Within days, a New York Times expose rocked the industry. The reporters claimed Baldoni hired PR experts to wage a smear campaign, spreading negative stories about her conduct on set. Blake's suit also accused him of coordinating public backlash by planting stories, like resurfacing old interview clips and social media posts to bury her credibility. Baldoni countersued in January 2025 for $400 million, claiming defamation and extortion, orchestrated by Blake, Ryan Reynolds, and their PR team. But in June 2025, a judge dismissed his countersuit. Blake's allegations were deemed legally protected, meaning she has the right to tell her story in court without fear of defamation claims. But the drama didn't stop when countersuits were tossed. Blake secured a protective order that allowed her deposition to be held at her lawyer's office, not at a TV studio or Madison Square Garden, as Baldoni's team had bizarrely proposed. Still, just 2 minutes after the deposition began, TMZ published details about what Blake wore and who accompanied her. Next day, Daily Mail described her entourage, her sister Robin, husband Ryan Reynolds, creating a misleading storyline that made her look powerful and defensive, while Baldoni was reportedly alone. Blake's team says this wasn't leak-proof logistics. It was strategy. They claim Baldoni's side was staging a media narrative, complete with unauthorized transcripts and tabloid teasers, to taint public perception before trial. Now, Blake's attorneys have filed motions to sanction Baldoni's lawyer for leaking, and to strike the draft deposition transcript from public record. They argue it's unreviewed, unnecessary, and just one part of a systematic campaign to make her look fearful and performative. So yes, this storyline just turned legal warfare intensity. As the lawsuit picked up speed, Blake's team made a bold and extremely controversial move. They subpoenaed social media critics. We're talking about meme pages, YouTubers, even a TikTok creator who made a parody of her deposition entrance. The subpoenas demanded access to internal messages, deleted posts, and even financial data. Yes, they wanted to know who these creators talked to, what they said, and if they made money mocking Blake. One of the creators, known as Lethal Lauren 904, filed a formal complaint claiming emotional distress, calling the subpoena a cease and desist in disguise. She wasn't alone. Others described the legal tactic as weaponized intimidation, a way to scare online voices into silence without filing actual lawsuits. Blake's team later dropped most of the subpoenas, but by then, the damage was done. The message was loud and clear. Mock Blake Lively, and you might get lawyered up. And this move opened a whole new can of worms about celebrity image control versus free speech in the digital age. And just when we thought that was the peak of the power plays, Blake made her biggest move yet, off the red carpet and deep into the courtroom. Once details hit TMZ, the media cyclone started. Fan blogs and tabloids speculated why Blake showed up with 8 lawyers and her entire family, while Baldoni had his PR team in tow. One side said she was calling for protection. Another said she's staging a spectacle. Social media split. Some praised her for demanding safe space. Others questioned her PR strategy, or labeled her litigious. Meanwhile, Baldoni's countersuit was dismissed. Sony Pictures reaffirmed support for Lively, and several actresses publicly backed her stance as part of a feminist solidarity network. At the same time, leaked internal texts from It Ends With Us showed Lively insisted on script control over sex scenes, even making her editors roll their eyes with SMH. Critics called it diva behavior. Blake's camp argues it's artistic boundaries. Critics call it entitled overreach. All of it sets up the big question. Why did Blake fire back so hard? Unlike most celebs who clap back with notes app apologies or carefully edited interviews, Blake Lively is playing hardball. And her strategy? Silence the noise legally, not emotionally. Her legal team isn't just suing, they're working overtime to control the narrative. They filed motions to seal her entire deposition transcript, sanction opposing counsel for leaking, and even ban certain phrases like media stunt from being used in future hearings. One court filing accused Baldoni's team of turning the deposition into a paparazzi setup, complete with leaked GPS pings of her arrival, full descriptions of her outfit, and out-of-context quotes leaked to tabloids just minutes after she spoke. Blake's side claims this isn't free speech. It's coordinated defamation dressed up as concern. They say the press coverage is being weaponized, not reported. But critics are pointing to the hypocrisy. If she's trying to silence the press while suing over harassment, isn't that also manipulation? Still, the courts seem to be leaning in her favor. Baldoni's countersuit was tossed, and the judge hinted at possibly sanctioning his attorney for inappropriate media entanglement. This isn't just lawyering up, this is a full-blown brand protection lockdown. And that brings us to the big picture question everyone's asking. This case has turned into something bigger than two people fighting in court. It's become a mirror for how celebrity, media, and power collide in 2025. On one side, you've got Blake Lively, a beloved star with a billion-dollar image and a reputation for sharp control over her narrative. On the other, you've got internet critics, journalists, and even Baldoni's team arguing that she's the one wielding power to silence dissent. And it raises the uncomfortable question: when does protecting your image cross the line into punishing your critics? The leaked deposition details, who leaked them, why they were leaked, and how fast TMZ got them, are now the center of a larger debate over transparency versus PR spin. Meanwhile, internet culture is watching this unfold in real time. Creators are scared they could be next. Media outlets are being cautious. And everyday fans, they're torn between protect Blake at all costs and no one is above accountability. This case could redefine how far celebrities can go to control public perception, and whether the courts will keep letting them. Because this isn't just about Blake. It's about every celebrity with a scandal, a lawyer, and a phone full of NDAs. So, what's your take? Is Blake Lively standing up to media manipulation or firing legal shots to silence critics? Is Baldoni's team guilty of leak and smear tactics, or just playing legal chess with tabloids? Drop your hottest take in the comments. We want both sides of the story. If you loved this breakdown of celebrity, power, and court theatrics, hit like and subscribe for more legal drama deep dives. Turn on notifications. Next time the Truth Social Courtroom Showdown might land right in your feed. Stay sharp, stay skeptical. In a fight like this, the truth is never simple, and the saga is only just beginning.